All right, well, after looking at the film from Saturday, just what are the biggest things that are correctable at this point that you guys can fix right off the bat?
A million little things that a million little things about about where our fits are and where our run game should be. Tackling all those things, and it starts with me and getting the guys in the right place.
Is there anything that particularly surprised you about Saturday's performance? Wow, I was not expecting.
I was not expecting that. But there was a lot of positives in there, and there's a lot of positives out of a couple individuals on the D line and in the backer crew that did a nice job. The effort I felt was better than last year, and it was a tough deal. Once we got a few guys injured on the D line, those guys had to take a ton of reps, and so I was very happy with that effort.
When you look at some of the positives, who are the guys that stood out to you, and what did they do well?
I thought Titus played a heck of a game, and then he started cramping, and he found a way to fight back and get through that. I thought Clune had a heck of a game, and he had to play way more reps than we expected, and he did a great job. And then Jonathan Willis had a good game, and he needs to stay consistent and can bring that every week.
With Jonathan Willis specifically, what has he done? He's transitioned back out to the outside. Just how has he progressed? He's kind of a name that kind of flies under the radar sometimes a little bit.
Yeah, and it's because sometimes he has to play like a D lineman, and sometimes he's out in coverage, and so he's doing a great job of being versatile in there, and that you got to be tough sometimes, you got to be quick sometimes, and that's where he did a good job for us.
Is there a play or a series from Saturday that you went back and looked at and you're like, man, that's just like this went wrong, this went wrong, this went wrong? Just
there's a lot of those plays, a lot of those series. Obviously, when they score, something went wrong. But there's things that are easily correctable, and they need kids need to get it done, and they got to prove these things on Saturdays. They can do it out here, and it's a controlled setting. They got to do it in there on Saturday.
So when you're moving forward now to this weekend, Coach, is there anything that you change from game 1 to game 2, like making things simpler for the guys, or is it just the guys stepping up?
Well, it's every week on defense is a whole different thing, and we don't just get to run what we run. We have to adapt to the offenses, and so all the lessons that we have to learn from that game against Colorado State, we have to carry over, but yet we got to go beyond that because it's going to be a different situation against Portland State. They run a different offense, they got different crew, different cast of characters, all that stuff.
What's your sense of the Portland State offense, particularly playing a true freshman quarterback?
I thought he played. He stayed cool the whole game, and he didn't seem to get rattled. And they had a couple of nice drives, a couple of nice throws, and so they're going to come in here and give us their best, and we got to give them our best.
Given that some of the guys in the D line were nicked up and depth was a concern, how have some of those other guys, Lamont Williams, Phil Napoleon, have they shown you good things this week in practice?
Yeah, it's still early. It's still Tuesday, right? What is it, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
You never know,
idea.
right?
Yeah. You always seem to. Right? But yeah, so it seems to me still early, but we'll watch the film today. We're always working to get better.
How important is it for your team to just throw that game away and move on?
I don't know. It's like when a significant other does something wrong, you got to forgive and maybe not forget. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but it's something where we got to learn the lessons of that game. And football is a great teacher, in that you got to learn the lessons each week, because all that stuff's on film. And now Portland State, Minnesota, and all the teams down the road are watching that Colorado State game. And they're going to try to exploit the weaknesses we showed in that game, and so we got to overcome that stuff. So it's not just that we throw it away. We've got to learn the lesson, move forward, and then we got to move on to Portland State's offense and what they do and what they do special. And so we got to adapt to everything we do.
What's the most important lesson you took away from that game?
There's a lot. Tackling, run fits, and just starting with the run defense. There's a lot. Every game has a ton.
What's the attitude and morale been like coming off that game in terms of just kind of wanting to, like you said, learn from it and move on?
I think the kids are more resilient than the coaches, and I'm still carrying around a loss from 2009. The kids are more resilient, and I don't know if they, remember this, remember that from the game. They're ready to move on to the next deal, and so yeah, that's just the way they are.
Yeah.